Subscribe, mother looker. What up, folks? It is bright and early for me on this early morning. I couldn't sleep. Um, got that post Jiu Jitsu tournament. I don't know, insomnia, or is it? Yeah, and it's a post Jiu Jitsu tournament insomnia, I guess. Just my body, a lot of cortisol, a lot of hormones running through me. Testosterone and cortisol keeping me awake, I guess. I did sleep for a little bit, but I guess I only needed what 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Woke up at 3. Only needed 5 hours of sleep, I guess. And I ought to say, when I first started, when we lined up and I saw this guy, he didn't look intimidating. I don't look very intimidating myself, I guess, especially cutting off my hair, but um that's just the mental side of it. So I was a little relieved that he didn't at least look intimidating. So I came out there with a better mentality. Nonetheless, he was very strong, and this could have went either way, as you'll see. And technical, I believe. So here I'm thinking about getting my grips. What I like to go for is a cross collar grip. I have a low base here. You'll recognize my back here is straight, right? And my head and my level is lower than his, okay? This is just like how I like to play. My feet are not together, his aren't either. Um this is your basic stance. Also, the reason I have my hand down is because if he shoots, then I have something to prevent him from just having full control of my legs down here. And then this hand right here, I use to either grip on his sleeve, which I can pull with ease into a lasso guard, deep lasso or a shallow lasso, or go straight into some kind of other game. Or I can grab the same side collar with my left hand, with this hand grabbing there, opening up that gi and coming in with my other hand, and now I have my cross collar grip. Um that's just one of the ways I like to get into my grips while standing. And I'm talking about stances, I'm talking about grips, I'm talking about level, I'm talking about your base, because that's what the standing game is about in the beginning. You want to immediately go for your game, and that starts with being smart. How are you going to go for it? You don't just want to walk in standing up straight. These little details you don't think about much once you get that mat time and you put them into practice, but they are very, very, very important if you don't want to just pull the guard. But even if you're going to pull the guard, this stuff is important. So I'm monitoring his hand as well. Um, right? I'm not just focused on my game, but I want to shut down whatever he's trying to do, just like chess. We got our openings. We got our openings in chess. But we want to be mindful of the moves that our partner is making and what they want to do with those grips. My coach told me this guy was going to pull or likely to pull, but he pulls guard. I was able to get my collar grip, if you can see there. Um, so I got my cross collar grip here with my right hand and right arm. And with my other hand, you'll notice my left hand, I'm grabbing his sleeve or his wrist right now, right? Because I'm trying to get into collar and sleeve. But if you'll notice, my thought process right here is I'm pushing his hand inside, like here. I'm pushing it into his chest right now and his stomach. And as we see, he pulls, which I'm prepared for, right? So immediately as he pulls, I want you to pay attention to my level. I don't continue standing straight. If we just watch this whole rotation, he's going to his left, I'm rotating to my left a bit. What I don't want is for him to get both of his feet inside. And we talk about this in multiple breakdowns. I don't want his feet getting under me and controlling the inside. I want him to stay out from under there. But I'm changing levels with him. I don't want to stand tall while he's getting low and breaking me down. If I'm standing tall, I'm gonna do this stick person or this stick over here. If I'm standing tall and he's low, but he has grips on me, he's gonna pull my upper torso down. That's a bad position to be in. That's not a stable position when somebody is breaking your base. Okay. So I'm also changing levels with him. He gets a shin on shin. This shin on shin here that he has is a good attachment and leverage for him. Okay, so we're just rotating. Got a shin on shin. Recognize what I do as I change levels. Very important. Very, very important. Recognize how my right elbow, as I'm changing levels, meets my right knee. Okay? I'm closing up this inside space. And this is not really thought about after you get that mat time and you put into practice. But this space in between my hip here and my armpit is mine. I can't allow him to get an underhook there. I can't allow him to get a foot there. I can't allow him to get any kind of his body parts. Knee. You'll get underhooks there. You'll get knee shields there. You'll get a foot on the hip. Like, all of these are good attachments to control and to make your partner vulnerable. And the way to prevent that, as the person on top trying to pass the guard, is to close that space down. When you have good jujitsu, you make connections and transitions seamless, okay? And so you want to practice that. While I'm standing, the same grips I can use as a takedown as a defense to not be taken down can be used to pass a guard and attack as I'm being taken down, or as I'm taking down, or as I'm defending against a sweep to someone who pulls. And you see here that I still have my cross collar grip, right? The more I'm letting go and trying to grab other things, it allows for him to move freely, and it's less seamless between the technique that you're using in your system. And so your system should seamlessly attach to one another. And the better you can do that, to have one technique transition into another technique, without changing too much of your positioning or your control or your attachment to your opponent, the easier jujitsu can be with you, the more efficient you can be. All right. So as I'm standing, I have my cross collar. As I'm trying to pass, I have my cross collar. Okay. Another thing, when he's down, he does a really good job of keeping off of his back and staying concave. See, right now, I want to get him flat on the ground. But right here, if you see, his body is concave. Okay. in the C motion. When you're flat on your back, it's harder to move around. If somebody lays on top of you, you have very little motion and movement if you're flat. But when you're concave in the C movement, you can rock, you can roll, and you can shake, baby. But anyway, be concave. Never be flat unless you have a purpose. There are times in techniques where you do go flat, but with a purpose. Shout out to Lucas Lepre. His style of passing is what I use. Knee cut slide to a leg weave to the other side, almost back into like a knee smash. To rocking the boat to a knee smash, to a leg drag, and cartwheel flips and all that jazz. So that's the system that I've been working on for a pass. And you'll hear me say system because I think that's what jiu-jitsu should focus on. That's how you multiply your jiu-jitsu, by focusing on a position you often end up in and then building techniques off of that position that again transition seamlessly between each other. That's how you build a great jiu-jitsu system, a great jiu-jitsu game. Forget about learning 1+1. What you're going to do is learn 25 times 80, okay? When you're focusing on position, techniques that come from that position, whether it's defending, reframing, attacking, reversing, just from that position, now you have so many techniques. But if you just learn techniques, it's like, oh, 1, 2, and 3, and they might not even coincide. Don't learn 1+1. Multiply, learn exponentially. Don't just learn techniques, learn positions, names of positions, connections and attachments, principles, and then the techniques flow into that. Immediately, I remove my hand from his cross collar, from the cross collar grip, because that's not what I use to pass. I'll grab his right collar on the same side. And the reason I want to do that is because grabbing that right side allows me to get him flat. Like I was saying earlier, he wants to be in this position or on his side. I want him flat on his back on the ground. Makes him less mobile, easier to control. So that cross collar grip that I grab, the reason I grab it is because I want to push him down to the ground, sort of in that direction, in this direction, like down to the ground that way. So I switch my hands to his right collar. And as he's rocking back, I should be pushing him down to the ground flat. Now, of course, I got to keep my base and be secure. Let's see if I execute this well. So he's doing a really good job of keeping his feet on me and using all of his frames. His right hand is on my thigh here. His right foot is under me a bit, keeping his frame in. His left foot is on my hip. His left hand is on my shoulder. Jiu-Jitsu 101. Meaningful grips, meaningful frames. Frame. What I think he probably should be trying to go for, which he might, just popping off of what comes to my head, he should be trying to go for an underhook under my left arm. So his hand should be inside. Because if his hand is inside, even if he's got it close to his chest, when I lay on him, he can slide it up under as an underhook. So if he turns to his side right now and then swim that arm under, like he's trying to do the robot, right? And he swims that arm under and gets the underhook. But swimming that arm under, do the robot, and get that underhook. If I was him, I probably would try to either grab my sleeve here. If I'm you, brother, I'm trying to get this guy's right sleeve. I'm gripping that. It's on my leg. I don't want him controlling that bottom leg. That's a very important leg for me when trying to keep guard. I don't want this guy on top controlling my bottom leg. Not unless I have a move from there. Not unless I'm gonna do reverse De La Hiva, Kiss of the Dragon, and come under, and it's fine for my leg to be under there. But even still, when you're doing Kiss of the Dragon, I think, and I don't do that technique much, but you need that sleeve, stuffing it under, getting it out the way. So I'm doing a good job of obviously keeping my base because at any moment, you can be swept from a random technique. I don't know his game, but I'm doing a good job in monitoring this leg and pushing it down. Okay, I want that flat on the ground as well. I want to open up this leg space because I want to open up this leg space here from his leg out here and his leg down here. I want my whole right side. I want my whole right side of my body inside this area. Okay. And this is going to stay out as a post. My knee will be on him, and my hand will be pushing him flat to the ground. Because I want my knee cut slide. If I was on the ground for 100%, I've learned this playing guard. My bottom leg is very important in many, many positions, whether it's deep half, collar sleeve, lasso, spider. This bottom leg is powerful. If I can just push this out of the way, I'm past his guard. Anyway, I digress. You have to have a purpose with your attachments or a purpose of detaching, of creating space. You want to take space or create it with purpose. Okay. So I just push him down flat because that's how I want him. I want to push him down flat. As I'm pushing him down flat, as I was pointing out when I was standing in earlier, I'm rotating that leg away so that I can bring this knee down into his hips. As I'm rotating that leg away, as that leg is rotating away, because my right arm here is pushing it away under me, I'm going to bring this knee down for a knee cut slide. As I'm doing all that, at the same time, I'm pushing him flat onto the ground. Okay. All right. So as I was pushing him flat to the ground, he grabbed a hold of my right sleeve. Okay. Because I guess at that point he recognized what he should be doing with his right hand. He grabbed my right sleeve. As he does that, now my plan has changed. Okay. Now what I want to do, because I can't do my knee cut slide, what do? You go with the positions. The best way to do jujitsu is not. Sometimes instead of getting a grip off of me, what I'm practicing on in rolling and getting mat time is like, okay, if I don't want to spend time getting this grip off of me, well, first let me think, can I use this grip against this person? I mean, in the beginning, when people are talking about jujitsu, that's the big thing. Oh, you use their motion and their weight and their strength against them. That's a principle. That's an idea. Okay. So in every movement, in every position I'm in, I'm wondering like, okay, how can I use this grip against me? He has the same side collar. Does that stop me from doing my technique? Can I do another, again, seamlessly transitioning into another technique, building a system? Okay. So instead of going for the knee cut slide, what do I go for? I believe this is the knee weave or a knee smash. So you notice my right leg and left leg almost trade places. I bring my left leg in. Watch my left leg coming from the outside. And that's when I recognize, okay, this knee cut slide is not about to work. Okay, he grabs my sleeve. My left leg comes in behind his right leg, and I smash his knee down. Okay, I do it bad. And then I try to rotate around his knees. And as I try to rotate around, I'm trying to fall into his chest and hip area right now. He does a really good job of getting his legs up. But that whole like sequence, it's like a system. It's like if you're learning, what do I mean by learning 1 + 1 versus learning multiplication? I didn't just focus on I didn't just focus on a technique, and the technique would be knee cut slide. Like I was saying before, my whole connections were connected to my passing game. My takedown is connected to my passing game, and my passing game is connected to multiple techniques of passing. So it's like a multiplication in like one session, you know? And if you just focus on a knee cut slide and you don't think about what you can do when the person reacts to you and just go to that, then when this person grabs my sleeve, then I'm trying to just beat the nail on the head when the nail's already there and it's not going in any deeper. Okay, now I'm just destroying the wood. All right, knee cut slide doesn't work. I bring the knee smash in. The knee smash doesn't work. I run around him. Way. Let's see, coming back the other way. Right, that didn't work, so I try to rotate around. And at this moment, like you see, his legs are up. My job now is to fall into this pocket right here. Like I want to I don't want to be in his legs. His legs is his frames. His legs is his defense. I want to fall on his chest and in his hips. Like I want to be inside and under. I want to be under his legs here. And I want my head and shoulders to fall into it. That's very basic, okay? That I try to run around. Another important thing, it'll be really easy right here for beginners to leave either one arm in and one arm out and make yourself vulnerable to arm bars, triangles, and omoplatas. But I've been putting that enough to naturally not leave myself vulnerable. You got to think of what you're doing, but don't forget, like, this other person's working on something too. So you got to have awareness of yourself and of the person. So your head has got to be in the game. Don't just go out there and see red. Go out there and see patterns. So again, I'm bringing my knee in, and at the same time, my elbow is with my knee. I have a knee cut slide position. I'm driving my knee down, and we can't see, to his hip and driving myself into him. He's doing a good job and just keeping his foot in there. So, okay. So maybe that's something I need to work on. As I'm driving through, you see this elbow is opening up. As I'm driving through, I need to tuck myself in and get inside of him, maybe. Upper belts, let me know in the comments. I'm also going to be looking up some stuff on YouTube and asking my professors and coaches. But this whole time, maybe I could, I don't know. You never know when you're rolling, but at this point, I need to sag my hips more. I think I'm trying at this point, but if I'm not, then I need to do that. He's doing a really good job of keeping his foot in. I mean, one way, this is little details that are like overpowered for him, and you don't have to be so flexible. But But just him keeping his foot in is stopping me from past the guard. So I know my job is to get my shoulders inside of his leg, and his job is to get his leg in front of us, in between me and my chest and his chest. And right now he's doing a very good job. I don't know if you would call that an inversion. He's doing a very good job of keeping his foot there. And it's just keeping me from getting chest to chest and keeping me from getting the pass. Okay. Eventually, his leg is pushed out. Let's see. So I have my arm flared out right here, it seems, to push his thigh down. And you'll see I get into a good power stance on this side to go into this direction to push him down. And as we get in that direction, I'm pulling him and his shoulder this way, and I'm pushing myself into this space in here. So in a second, you'll see my hands slide through, and at that point I'm controlling his hip, and I'm inside, and I have the inside position, and his leg is no longer on the inside. So now I can get even closer to his chest, closer to the chest to chest position. What did I? And he got back into half. Let me see. Go back, 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 back. Okay. So he's framing on my bottom leg here with his hand. He does a good job of shrimping his knee in. You'll see. Okay. So the reason he was framing my leg is to move it out the way. Why did he move it out the way? Because he was creating space behind his arm. Act like his arm is invisible here. This arm is invisible. But he pushed my leg out the way so he can make space in here. You see the light under there? The space is this big. That's how big the space is. More than enough space for him to bring his left bottom knee in. Again, I told y'all the bottom knee in your open guard, in your closed guard, or while you're on your side, the bottom knee when somebody's trying to pass in so many guards is so important. So if you're recognizing you're getting passed a lot, your guard is not being is just being melted through. Maybe pay attention to them gripping your legs. What are they doing with your legs? And what can you do to use their grips or break their grips on your leg? It's quite easy, actually. So he brings his knee inside and he shrimped it in after he created space with this arm of his. I'm trying to get chest to chest. What? Wait. And my job there, which I failed at, is getting this my knee right here. He's pushing it away. I want my knee to come in and I want to put it at his bottom hip. I want my knee all the way in there. And actually, I want my shoulder more in here as well. But he's doing a good job of pushing me away. Knowing the game, like, okay, I got to get him away from me. And as I create space between him and I want to close that space with my frame. So he wants to bring this leg in. He wants to bring that bottom leg in, and he wants to square up to me. He wants his body inside of this square, and he wants me at the top of the square as he's at the bottom of the square. Into a closed guard, most likely. I get my underhook. He's framing with his hand. All right. So I'm in the half. What do I do from here? Trying to knee cut slide. All right, I'm trying to knee cut slide. What I should do right here is cut this my bottom left leg right here. What I should be doing, cut this bottom left leg here across his shin and point my knee that way. And at the same time, lift him a bit and squish my elbow down to flatten out his top shield. After I do all that, then I'm going to rotate that knee that was pointing that way and that push down this way, out that way. I'm going to rotate my knee on top of his shin and come behind him. If you can imagine that.
And then I'm going to hold the sleeve right away, okay? At this point over here, look how I'm going to like keep the collar nice and tight, put my forearm and my elbow blocking his leg, okay? Before he tried to escape his bottom leg and try to recompose the guard, I keep my right knee very heavy. Now I want to slide my right knee, cutting my knee in and cutting my knee out, okay? That we call the wave pass. Go 1, 2, and start, get on the side. I pit stop over here the same line to his hips. When he try to shrimp out, I'm gonna block his hips with my...
But hey, that's what my game was, my top game is so far. Okay. So now, maybe I should have tried a back step. Take this left leg and back step this way. So where my back is falling like onto him or onto the mat next to him. I got a good grip right here. You know, maybe grab the back of his neck or the back of his collar, somewhere on the gi on his back. Take this leg and throw it out this way while my left hand is holding his foot down.
Makes it delicious. With 8
Maybe. Maybe that's what I should have did. At this point, I actually thought, like, can I go under his leg? By the way, if you do single leg X, having your hand posted on your knee is a good way to keep people from pressuring onto your neck and like stacking you really good. Just posting your elbow on the ground here and then putting that into the knee. Like you can see, like I'm not going to be able to. It's going to take a hell of a lot of force to, like, I don't know, shatter his forearm, I guess. Let's see. All right. Anytime somebody pulls me into like an ankle lock, my first idea is to make sure they don't have any distance from me. Right? So I don't stay flat on the ground and they like push me out in that direction. And like stretch themselves out in that direction. But if you want to finish a good ankle lock, have this elbow pinching down on this person's foot. Like you're almost trying to crush the person's foot with that pinch. Like almost like you're doing a, like remember we used to try to fart when we were in sixth grade or something like that. We do this. Um, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to crush that person's foot under you, pulling like here. Do proud shoulders and stick your chest out with that foot under. So you crush. That's really powerful. Then proud shoulders. That generally would finish somebody. Look to the heavens. So you're turning this way, looking to the heavens. So and then if they try to go down, you belly out, so you don't go down. Right, that's how I explain it. Crush the foot with the fart. Proud chest. Look to the heavens. I'm not even. Don't even throw yourself back. Just look to the heavens. You're still seated. That shit hurt. You'll probably get a lot of people to tap there. But if they try to roll, you just turn and belly down in the same position. Proud shoulders, look into the heavens with the fart, and then bellying down. At least that's the details that I do. And it's really tight. The shit hurt. The stuff hurts. Um, but anytime somebody gets me in that, I grab onto their collar, as you see, and I just stand up, and then I push my foot down, put the boot on, as they say. I'm trying to go mount there. When you're doing ashigarami or single leg X, that middle leg he has in is very important. You'll see I'm controlling that middle leg. I'm trying to push that middle leg in or push it away and out. Um, and what I want to do now, I should get my knee right here closer to this his right side hip on this side. So I should be bringing my whole leg over top of him and putting it down towards the ground, almost like I'm trying to do a knee cut slap, because that's eventually what I'm going to try and do. Um, After I get this foot off of my shoulder.
Collar. So my left hand is here already. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and feature my right hand, palm face down and hold it. Okay, I'm expect already the guy's gonna try to bump, try to create a space. I'm gonna put myself forward, keep my elbow pointing out, and turn my knee in. Look at that. Okay, so I have a few options. Okay, first option, I wanna go over here. All right, go over here. I'm gonna slide my knee, slide it, keep the pressure, slide it, and get on the side control.
Okay, and I do kind of try to go for that. What I should have did better is my cross collar grip that I have now. Again, cross collar grip, showing up, showing his face. I should have had a deeper grip in his collar. So maybe maybe not. But right now I've won this short game of the single leg X because his foot is no longer on my hip, and I'm sinking my weight into him with good balance and control. This whole match, my whole goal is control, right? I'm trying to control the positions. I'm trying to win all the objectives. I'm trying to win the little games within the bigger game. Um so my grip right there on his shoulder should have been a little bit deeper. Um Now, okay, my whole I guess what I'm trying to do here is just come into the mount. But I'm putting a lot of weight into. I think when y'all see me lower my shoulder right there, I think in my mind I'm like, okay, just put weight on them, make them uncomfortable. But this whole time, I'm controlling that his right leg. Like at no point did I try to uh let that go. And at one point he was really trying really hard to kick his leg free, But after I removed his foot from my hip, which is the first idea in defending against the single leg X, my second goal was to control the outside leg. Um, detail I want to point out here in the knee cut slide. Boom. So I'm in my position. I was about to go for the sleeve. And then I thought, no, like studying Lucas Lepre, doing my work in positions, the little details is what matters. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference from me going from here on a sleeve to grabbing here at elbow. Makes a big difference. And you'll see that difference. Like you'll see it work out here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm able to pull much harder and get into side control. Also, super overpowered detail. Super overpowered. When I'm in side control, what I am planning to do from now on, and I just learned this like last week, I'm giving you all everything that I got here. Well, okay, when I'm doing damn, dude. Y'all better follow, like, and subscribe. At least give me a follow, like, and subscribe. If you gonna come out here and whoop my butt because I'm giving you my techniques, please show some brother some love and give me a follow, like, subscribe, and comment. Share this video if you're getting good content from it. But what I like to do is flatten myself out, and I don't get on my knees, and I don't put my hips to the ground. I keep active feet, knees off the ground, try to get my chest to chest, and just be mobile from here to here. Why do I do that? Because it's an intense pressure. Intense pressure. Something else that I hope I do right now is get this arm. If I'm not trying to attack this arm, I think right now I'm thinking about attacking this arm, getting what I got in the position. I'm trying what I want to do is bring this arm, my left arm back and get a crossface. And so his head needs to be in this area of my arm, and I want my hand in his armpit, creating like pressure on his neck downward. Got a wide base. I hope he's feeling pressure right now, because that's my whole intent doing this. I think I do go right now. Then I try to go for a paper cutter. That doesn't work. He gets me back in half. Like I am okay with not dominating a specific position. If somebody wants to move, and I might just let them move and get to another position, because like none of these positions I've been in yet are something I haven't worked in. Half, standing, bottom, side control, bottom side control, mount, back. Like I have something I'm doing in every one of them. So he gets me in half, and I'm like, fine, I'll let him get me in half. He wants to get his feet in. I'm not going to use a lot of energy. I'm not going to expend a lot of energy to keep myself in side control, right? I wanted the paper cutter choke. What I was going to do was, just like I have my hand here, I was going to put it across his throat, bring my elbow down to the mat, so like into him. So this is going to be pulled up tight, this collar right here. And this is really important. Instead of crushing somebody's trachea, pull this gi up and then pull it across, and then bring your elbow down to the mat. And what I was going to do when I was in side control is bring my right arm under his right arm and grip on his back as I'm rotating my body this way and as I'm bringing that elbow and pushing his head that way. So he's getting a choke from this side with the gi and a choke from this side with my forearm. But he didn't give it to me easily. And I want to be efficient. I want to conserve energy and use as little energy as possible and still win this match. And sometimes that means, even though I won this match and I worked really hard to get to his side control, I got my 2 points. It's okay to let him get back at half. That's okay. Just control the position there. So don't be afraid to relent, to give way so that you can work on something else. But you need to do that. Give way so that you can gain more space and gain more advantage in another position. And so here you'll see that immediately I go for his outside, his left side gi. Left side lapel, left side lapel. And I believe it's called the Bravo choke. It's almost immediately that I do that. Okay? When you guys are rolling, just think. Power and strength, it doesn't matter until your technique is here. And hardly your technique is here with people when you're playing your game. And when your game is overall just well-rounded, every position is your game. Okay? So don't be afraid to let go of a great position to be in a good position. I'm in a good position here. He's the one that's working. But I have to make sure that I continue to be one step ahead. I have to make sure I don't give too much advantage to him or too much relief to him. So I come from my side control, focusing on a paper cutter choke, and I transition right into his half, knowing that I have a plan from here. Okay? No position should be new to you. No position should be new to you. As you're training, nobody cares about you tapping. Nobody cares about your ego. Put yourself in positions so that when you're challenged in your jiu-jitsu, at least you're familiar. At least you can say, oh yeah, when he had me in side control, I tried to shrimp into him and get my knee in, but then he reversed himself and got into Kesagatami. You got to know these names. You got to give a name to these positions so that you can have an answer. At no point should you be rolling and be unfamiliar with the position. You got to have an answer for it. That's how you build your game. I digress. As soon as he puts me into his half guard, right? Because right now I'm in side control. And I say, you know what? He put his leg over. Let me try and go for this. Oh, nope. He wants half. Let me give him half. Okay. What do? You already saw me look for it once. I'm working the Bravo choke. I believe that's what it's called. Okay. That's what I'm trying. Now I have to get this. I have to get that lasso to this side. So maybe I bring my hand down just a little bit more to here. I bring it over. So I pass it to this hand. So right now I should be bringing this right hand over to this side. So he has an underhook. That's okay because I want to remove my hand and go this way anyway. I know what I'm doing here. I don't care that he has an underhook. It's a good job for him, but great. He's where I want him to be. He's doing what I want him to do, right? And I don't think he's aware of what I'm trying to do. It's great when your partner doesn't know what you're trying to do. And sometimes you can do that when you're so seamlessly transition from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other. And you got them on the run. They're so busy thinking about defending one thing, they're leaving another thing open. And that's jiu-jitsu. That's jiu-jitsu. There's so many answers to technique. So many. And you got to learn them in your positions. And it's so fun. Um, but I'm trying to bring this probably about right here on the lasso. I'm trying to, or not lasso, but lapel. I'm trying to bring it around so that I can grab it around his neck with my right arm. And so if you can imagine, that will now be very tight on his neck when I grab it with my right arm. So this lapel will be soon, if I can get the technique, wrapping around his throat really tight, closing off that carotid artery. And then with my right arm or my left hand now, because I freed up this left hand by passing it to the right hand that's over. If y'all can follow this, I'll put a video in of the Bravo choke, or you can just go YouTube it, Bravo choke.
With my arm here, under, feet into the lapel, and start attacking again. If he catches my leg here into the half guard, doesn't change much. Now he's focused on holding my leg, and I have time here to work my choke still from top half guard. All right?
I can do like a collar choke from there by bringing my left arm right here. And it's like you're a regular old collar choke, but a stronger collar choke in half guard. So that was my plan from here. And I transitioned to it. Like almost immediately my mind went there. What my job is here on top, I need to have underhooks. I need to get his elbows up here. I need to rotate them in, and I need to get underhooks under him. So my arms need to be in his armpit. My elbow pit should be in his armpit. Getting those underhooks, controlling them on top. But I think at this point, I was looking at the ref. I was happy I got mount. I was like, yes. Okay, this puts me in a good position. Control. Looked up at the ref, got my points, and he pushed me up, and that was fine with me. You'll notice, what did I immediately go to? Look at my left hand. Look at my left hand. Where is it? I was about to go right back to the Bravo choke. He kicked me up. Look at this. Boom. Okay. I'm fine with you having me there. I'm going to go to the Bravo choke. And here I'm staying tight on him. I probably should bring that right leg and step over his knee and get back into mount. I think he's he switched me. I think he was trying to shoulder crunch me, which he did a really good job. Hold on, let me reverse that. Check out. He got his knees in. He did a really good job of getting out of mount. He did a kipping escape. Basically bench press somebody, sliding up your legs like a ratchet, and then like dolphin kick your feet while they're together and get a knee in. He did really good at that. He has a knee in now. If he brought his left hand over and held this like in a gable grip with his right hand and crunched down on my shoulder when I turned over, he would have been in a more dominant position when he reversed it. I got to be careful of that. Or I got to do that when I'm on the bottom. It's a really strong grip. It's tough. There's somebody that does that in my gym that does it really, really well. Shout out Mighty Joe. Mighty Joe Young. So he butterfly sweeps me. Very good butterfly sweep. Very good butterfly sweep. And like I said in the beginning, I looked at this guy and I thought, oh, this office guy, this would be a fun row. And it was. but it was tough. Like when I finished, my forearms just were like pumped. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm what's Devin Larrett? You know what I'm saying? After a workout and an arm wrestling match, you know, my arms just so full. They hurt so bad. I don't even know how, man. It's crazy how much more intense this is from just regular rolling at the gym. So even here, I'm thinking about getting a collar choke. I should have just went for it. Oh, well, okay, maybe I did. I don't know. I should have just went for it. I wonder. And you'll see again. Even though he reversed me, I'm still calm. I'm patient. I'm thinking of my technique. I'm controlling space. I'm trying to control his posture. I'm controlling the mat. Okay. Doesn't matter what position you're in, try to find control grips and control frames, whether you're on top or bottom. Like just find some way that you can make sure that you're not going to be crazily attacked, and this person's not going to be doing too much movement that you can't calculate or be aware of what you should be doing next. Right here, I wonder if I should actually try and go for this. I mean, he has his arm in. Maybe if I pull him like upward with my legs, like use my legs to crunch him in and then bring those elbows in and do like what I call the pull up on his neck to finish the choke. I went there for a couple of seconds and think here I'm just like waiting to see what's gonna go on. He stands up and I go to my collar, my sleeve grip, controlling that hand. Think right now I was wondering if I can come under him. Yep, there we go. Come under him. I grabbed his sleeve. Um I wish I really was trying to go to X guard and hit this cool sweep I saw. I'm gonna maybe do it in one of these matches. But so I'm just seeing what I can get. I thought maybe I can go under him. I haven't let go of my closed guard yet, you'll notice. Not until I get meaningful grips down here, I believe. Um I'm telling you, I think what really makes a difference is building my system and understanding my system and my objectives in my system of techniques. Like that's what jujitsu is. Like I would dare to say jujitsu is easy. It's just like learning chess is easy. But and it's easy even to learn the principles of chess. Control the center, castle as soon as possible, bring out your minor pieces. Um don't move pawns too much in the beginning, in the opening, as to weaken your position. Like learning principles is all great and moving is great. Everybody can learn that. But you don't learn and understand chess until you start knowing the opening. King's Indian defense, Queen's pawn, King's pawn, Queen's gambit, King's gambit, uh, orangutan, my favorite, the perk defense. Um, when you start understanding systems of jujitsu, the techniques fit. They go in place and they come much easier because you know what your objectives are. You know like how to use those techniques within your system. Not what other people are doing and what it means to them, but what does the why do you use the Delahiva in your in your game? Is Delahiva like your main guard and then you transition to others? Is Delahiva what you use to get back to another guard? Is it a transitionary position for you to off balance a person to get that elbow out and go attack the omoplata or triangle? You know what I'm saying? I don't do close guard work. Am I familiar with the position? Yes. I have to be familiar with the position because it might be useful one day, i.e. this. I've never used close guard in any of my tournaments, and I've done like 7, 8 tournaments. And this is my first as a blue belt. And I dare use the close guard, which I never use. But I'm okay because it fits. I'm using it for a specific reason. As you see here, I have my collar and sleeve. I have my collar. I have my pseudo collar. And what's my pseudo collar? That lapel grip that I have not let go of since I was in half guard with him. And from half guard, we went to mount. And from mount, he reversed it into close guard. And now he's standing up. It's a pseudo collar grip. And guess what? I go under him and I get my sleeve grip. This is crazy. Are you paying attention? Boom. I would call this my collar sleeve grip. My collar sleeve game. I have a collar sleeve right here with the underhook under the leg. You can have collar sleeve with De La Hiva. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fitting within a system. There's all a purpose for it. I love it. Jiu Jitsu is crazy. So I let go of that grip. I let go of that grip and went to my collar sleeve. Let me see if I go into my game. I think what I was trying to do from there is go to, and I shouldn't have let that go. You'll notice how important breaking a person's posture down in just this example right here. Recognize that this grip here is so powerful in keeping his posture down. Even if I just had a regular collar, it's so powerful in keeping a person's posture down. The purpose of that is to break postures and sometimes to, attack. You can attack a loop choke from there. But as soon as I let that go, watch how the movement changes. He's able to be more mobile. Boom, let it go. What happens? Stands up. Moving around now. Now I have to change grips and move around a lot. And he gets an ankle lock. Yo, I thought he was going to finish that. I'm not even going to lie. I turned around. When he went belly down, right here, I thought about tapping right here. I was like, should I tap? My first match. Should I tap? I thought about tapping here. But like I said, my goal here is to stand up. And so that's exactly what I was trying to do. I moved his top leg off of mine. And I just stood up. His right leg, you'll see, I just move it over me. Very easily. And if you recognize his body is out here now, you got to control. I scoot right into him and stood up. He let me do that. So as we go here, let me tell you what I would do if I was him. I would not have my right leg over. First of all, I wouldn't have bellied out as fast as he did. This left leg, if I was him, would have been pushing my right leg away in that direction, in his thigh, like right in his groin. This right leg, if I was him, would be almost like in a De La Hiva grip here, bending my upper knee. So his right leg, if I was him, would have been like in a De La Hiva. Like, if this is my leg, this is my foot coming out the other side. It'd be like in a De La Hiva hooking it. And the purpose of that would be to bend this my left leg, to bend this opponent's left leg up like that. Because then I'm lifting this person off the ground. It's harder for him to get his hips to stand up. But what he does just lets me, like, look how easy it was to move his leg. And he just give me his back. Right here, I'm thinking about going for an arm bar. I should have put my shin to his neck and hugged his arm and brought it through. That would have been cool. Oh, yeah, okay. I like this. He played right into my game. So he I try to get it, I fall back. He has his arm. If you notice where my left knee is, recognize how his arm is under my leg. And when I saw that on the other side, y'all don't see my face. My light bulb, yay! Lasso guard. So I immediately take my left hand and grab his sleeve. I look for it. Oh, it's there. And I grab his sleeve and I go into a lasso guard. Seamlessly transitioning into techniques because you've been working it as a part of a system and you're familiar with position. That's what jiu-jitsu is. I love it. It's not that hard. It really isn't. You just got to put in the work. You got to do the homework. You got to go home. Then you got to go to the mats. You got to go to class. I love it. And you will have success. It's possible for anybody. Just put in the work. And these positions just come. Boom, 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 boom. I love it. And then look what I'm doing. I'm breaking down my own fight. Trying to get better. Finding the little details. This is fun to me. I love it. I have compassion for it. Passion for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting success. There was no way I'm not going to get success. Because I know how to learn. I know how to teach myself. I know it's not about talent. Who's putting in the work? I'm up at 3 a.m. because I can't sleep. And I decided to come down and break this down. Because I'm thinking in my mind, extra study time. The kids are asleep. The wife is asleep. I don't got to go to work. I'm drinking my coffee and I'm doing what I love. Learning. I love learning and I know how to learn. So I don't go beat myself up on a mat because somebody taps me. I didn't do the homework on that position. If I lose at this tournament and go to another tournament and lose and then go to another tournament and lose and I go to my gym and I'm getting tapped all the time and I'm a blue belt now and the white belts are better than me, I can't be mad. I got to put in the homework. I got to do the work. It's not about talent. It's easy. Put in the study time. You don't got to be on the mats all the time. What instructionals are you watching? What YouTube videos are you watching? When you go to the gym, are you trying to win? Are you trying to learn? Are you putting yourself in disadvantaged positions? Are you drilling over and over and over and over and over again? Now, I don't believe in ecological approach. Not one bit. Why? Because other people have figured it out already. I don't need to figure it out. Other people have done it. It's out there. I just got to go do the homework. I don't need to go enroll and get beat up for a whole year and have to, oh yeah, I got beat up as a white belt and you got to learn how to, get smashed. No, I don't want to get smashed. Not at all. So I'm going to go home and do the homework so I can go be the dominant one. So I can actually have some fun. So I can be the one teaching versus the one like, oh yeah, okay. And then go home and, eat your jelly beans and watch Netflix. No, put in the work. I digress again. But I'm in my lasso guard. From a reverse. I get my lasso guard. My foot's on the other side. I grab his under his arm and I flip him over. God dang it. This is awesome. This is the work I put in. None of this stuff was new. I promise y'all, I've been working and working and working and working every position that I'm put in and some. And it comes together when you put in the work, the mat time. Like I literally fall back from a failed arm bar. Like I literally fall back from a failed back take. I'm failing this back take. Failed the arm bar. Boom, right into a lasso. And I saw it within seconds. That's how the brain gotta work. And that's how it will work. When you're purposeful about this, you can. I was rolling like this 8 months into jiu-jitsu because I was watching the instructions. I bought mats at home. I bought a dummy. I went to train. And I have 4 kids. I have a full-time job. I'm learning German. I play chess. I play Call of Duty. I have a wife. You know what I'm saying? Jiu-jitsu isn't the only thing I do, but you got 24 hours in a day, and I swear to you, there's so much time we waste doing nothing that's going to add to us. And I make the time and I find the time, whether I'm on the toilet, whether my kids are sitting down watching cartoons, whether I'm cooking dinner and I got my laptop right to the side. The grease is boiling, flicking. And I got Mikey Musumeci playing right next to me. Okay? Find the time. Make the time. You got the time. And you can do great in jiu-jitsu. You can have fun. This crap is fun. It's fun not to come out here and just get swept and mopped. But the reason I can come out here confidently is because I'm like, I know I put the work in. It's not about strength. It's about technique. But even still with strength, I as soon as I get off of work, I hop myself right on over to a gym, do some squats, do some deadlifts, do some bench press, do some overhead press, and I hop myself an hour and 15 from Atlanta to Villa Rica, and I go put in some work at the gym. But first, I watch my little kid roll. Then I watch my older kids roll. And I might even help with that. And then I roll. And then I get home at 9 or something like that. And all of a sudden the kids eat. You can make time for this. If you love it, you'll make time for it. If you love it, you'll wake up at 5:30 and go to the 6 a.m. class. If you love it, you'll get off work. You'll put in the strength and conditioning training because that's a part of it too. Don't think of yourself as incapable. It is a pet peeve of mine for people to pity themselves. For them to, I just wish I was better. And I'm like, you can be better. Like, you can be better. You can be great. Look at where you are and be realistic. Okay, you see that you need to work. But what are you doing? What are you trying to work on? Do you watch videos? Do you watch YouTube? How often are you coming to the mat? Well, yeah, of course you're not getting better. But here, let me break down what you're doing with your time. Hey, get off of this. Watch this YouTube. Build a YouTube playlist on this collar sleeve guard. Go to the mat. Put yourself in this position. Ask her, hey, can you get in top side control on me? Oh, you don't sweep it, they tap you. Okay, can you get back in top side control on me? While you're cooking, while you're on the toilet. What are you doing? Are you scrolling through Instagram? Look up a short. Look through your collar sleeve playlist. Memorize. Get a dummy. Roll with the dummy. You finish rolling? Hey, bro, how did you tap me? What do you think I could have did better? When I was doing this, did you feel like I had good control of you? You can do it. And that's with anything in life. And that's why I love jiu-jitsu, because the same ideas, the same grit and guts it takes to be persistent and consistent and have progress, consistent progress, and sometimes really fast progress in jiu-jitsu. You relate that to life. You starting a new business. What's your steps? Your business failed. Why did it fail? Were you managing your money right? Were you able to tell people no? Were you able to be a good manager to your employees? Did you manage your time right? Did you make time? You know what I'm saying? Were you doing your homework? It's jujitsu. Anyway, lasso. So immediately I fall down. I recognize where his hand is under my left leg, and I go looking for his sleeve. And guess where my right leg is? For the classic lasso sweep. That's what I call it. That's how I remember it. A classic lasso sweep. Right over his shoulder. Look, he has nothing to base him out in this area. Nothing. Look, I got his arm. His leg is back here. He has nothing to be a base. He got his left hand free, but so what? I'm not going that way. I'm coming this direction, buddy. And I have his arm lasso. Where he put it. I didn't force the lasso. It was there. I recognized it. And a lot of jiu-jitsu is like that. Don't force things. Don't feel like I gotta get this. You know, focus on a system and a technique, and then recognize when you're not able to do a technique and say, what can I do from there? If they grab here, I can't do my regular takedown. Well, what can I do with that grip? Can I do anything? Can I attack with that grip? Is that grip something I should be worried about? If it is, how do I take it off? And what do I do with that? I didn't force this. It just fell into my lap. A lot of jiu-jitsu can be like that for you. That's how I want my jiu-jitsu to be. I'm not going to force and muscle anything. I don't want to force and muscle anything. I just want to seamlessly dance. Like, we go left, okay, let's go left. Or you want to go right, okay, let's go right. Well, if you go right, then I'm going to fall left. And if you go fall left, then I'm going to go right. Like, it's an ebb and flow. I'm rocking the boat, baby. I'm having fun with, I'm just seeing whatever I can get. I'm thinking. I'm not seeing red. I'm not over aggressive. I'm not panicky. I'm just present. I'm just present. Oh, what do I got here? Okay. He put the sleeve there and I go there. I freaking love jujitsu like that. I mean, maybe other people do jujitsu for other reasons, but when I'm able to think and have fun, like early in this match, when I was in close guard and I had his collar and I had my arm out here, that was fun to me. I love that. That's jujitsu to me. The contemplative player. The contemplative jujitsu practitioner. That's what I want to be. I just want to contemplate positions like puzzles, like a chess puzzle. When I have that opportunity to just sit and think. And it moves slow for me like that. Like when I saw his hand, I think I had my hand here. I was like, oh yeah, okay, let me grab this for a collar, for a lasso. I didn't force it. It was there. And so I did it. And I just come up. He gets that ankle position really fast again. But again, I just move his leg out the way kind of easily. I think we're both tired. Pull on his sleeve. I loved doing that today. I really had fun doing that today. And then go to something else. What do I have here? Oh yeah, I think I didn't even notice that I did this, and just until now, that I did like this. I took his hand, put it down, went into a gift wrap, pulled him back, tried to get my knee in for a back take. My back takes are terrible, but I get opportunities to do it. Hey, look, what do? I look at the ref. Look at me. Look, hey ref, look. Hey, got my 4 points. I don't know, what am I doing here? I'm under his shoulder. I think I'm so terrible at the back. That's something I'm going to work on at some point. And then the match is over. This was hard, man. And one thing I love about jiu-jitsu, I love people who don't have ego. I don't have ego. I'm not out here trying to make people look bad. I'm trying to do well. That's it. That's it. We're all out here having fun, progressing. This guy has emotions. He has feelings. I'm not gonna rub it in his face. Even now, like I said, like he could have finished the ankle lock on me. And I love everybody. And I mean love. I want good for people. It's in my heart. Just how I grew up. Thanks to my mother, how she raised me. I love people. And to be able to hug and meet new people and hey, what
Subscribe, mother looker.